What's up, guys? Alvaro here, and welcome to the bilingual stock market channel again. Let's go ahead and talk about some stocks and about the insanity that is going on as of now after hours in the markets. And today, I am going to be filming once again with my friend Mario. I really want to. What's up, bro? How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm good, bro. How you been?
There you go. We are having some sort of, exciting action after hours. So,
Yep.
I filmed a video with Mario last Friday. The video was a total success. I have gotten a lot of email from you guys and comments that were dropped in the description box of that video or in the comment section of that video. And the video was a total success, so I told Mario, hey, why don't we, do stock market update videos at least twice a
Yeah.
week? Whenever we can, and we're gonna try to do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So today's Tuesday, and we're going to go over the indices, what happened when it comes to the sectors. Obviously, we're going to go over the earnings report of Netflix, which was an absolute disaster. We're also going to take a look at the earnings report of IBM, and we're going to talk about the markets for something like 25 or 30 minutes. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, how have you
Let's
been,
go.
man?
Hey,
Hey,
I'm
by
good,
the
bro.
way,
How you
you
been?
just started your own YouTube channel, right?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, bro, I did. Like, it's going good, actually.
There you
I
go.
just, it's fun recording videos, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, when you get accustomed to it, it is fun. No doubt
Yeah.
about it. By the way,
Yep.
guys, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. I already saw the videos that he has posted so far. Great content. Obviously, he's a very talented young guy. So I am going to be dropping in the description box of this video the link so you guys can go ahead and subscribe to his YouTube channel. And come on, man. I already signed up for his Patreon. He's doing a phenomenal job, just like Donald Trump would say, with his Patreon. If you guys have to want direct access to me throughout the training session, I am throughout the training session, hanging out with Mario and with the other members of his Patreon. So remember, right down below, you are going to find the link for both Mario's Patreon and also Mario's YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and start out the video, man.
Let's go.
What happened with the indices today? So we had a green day across the board, right?
Trend day, man. Trend day it
Yeah,
is.
on low volume. I mean,
Very low.
we had, yeah, I mean, the volume that we saw yesterday was unbelievably low, and today
Yep.
we saw some sort of higher volume relative to yesterday, but it was low volume, regardless. So,
Regardless, like average, lesser than the average volume.
yeah,
That's
we
what
saw
we
the
got today.
classic low volume melt operation, right?
Yep, exactly,
Okay,
man.
what do you can tell us about the performance of the indices?
S&P 500, which is like SPY ETF, we had a good day. We had a green day today, especially coming from yesterday's choppy session, a flat day from yesterday. We had a pretty good close, but we got to see if this holds up by tomorrow's open
Yeah.
because we all know what happened with the Netflix after hours.
Yeah,
And
the bulls managed to close above 44.50, which was a very
yep,
bullish close, right?
exactly.
And in the case
Even
of the
in,
NDX, they managed to close above 14,200 points,
yep,
which is an area in
uh,
which the bulls
really good.
failed on
Yep.
3 occasions last week. So that's positive, obviously.
Yep.
Russell, I can see over here that went up 2.04%. And I think that
So
the Dow also was able to pull off a green day, right?
yep, exactly. So we have a green day all across the board, and all the sectors were green other than the energy, which was expected with all the rallies we had for the past few months on XLE. So
Yeah,
other than
let me
energy,
let
all the
let
other sectors are green for today.
yeah, let me actually pull up here these sectors of the market and let me okay, so consumer discretionary went up today 2.90%. Wow, amazing day. An amazing day for consumer discretionary.
Yep.
Shout out to Tesla and Amazon. As you just pointed out, energy went down today 0.81%. And defensives are, I mean, they actually went up. So
Yep.
I mean, as you told me before, we started to film the video. The only sector that went down today was energy, right?
Yep. Exactly.
0.81%. No one is
Yep.
gonna complain about that because energy has been on fire, absolutely.
Exactly.
Actually, right?
Yeah.
And the two most important sectors of the markets, financials went up today 1.37%,
Hmm.
and tech went up 1.88%. What do you
Yep.
think is going to happen tomorrow, bro? I mean, we are about to
Uh,
go over the earnings report of Netflix. Tomorrow,
hmm.
Tesla is posting earnings. Do
Hmm.
you think that QQQ or the Nasdaq 100 is going to take a hit because of this
Uh,
earnings report of Netflix?
I think it's all about the sentiment of the market, which has already been kind of very bad in the past few months. With the earnings report like this, in the fear of already slowing economic growth, we can see the earnings report from Netflix didn't help at all. So we
Okay.
had like two scenarios that the bulls, whoever got the dip today, got it by thinking that optimism for earnings will help them push the market higher. But this Netflix earnings report didn't help that at all. That's what I personally think.
Okay.
So, but still, we are still above important support levels on SPY and QQQ, even in after hours, even after the big drop in Netflix.
Yeah.
Let's see how we open up tomorrow. It's all next by tomorrow. All eyes on Tesla, I guess. They're
Yeah,
reporting after
absolutely.
hours.
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and take a look at the earnings report of Netflix quickly over here. Let me
Yep.
pull you up once again. Okay, there you go. So if I minimize you, okay, there you are. Okay, so what happened in the case of Netflix? Let me scroll down. Okay, so we have a lot of information over here. So what is EPS at? Let me see. Q2 revenue. No, what is the EPS at? Wow, the way that. Okay, revenue came in. No, this is the guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't see the EPS. What is Q1? Wow, a lot of information over here. So, uh,
EPS came in at 3.53, missing analyst estimates. First quarter grew at 9.8% to
you
7.87
have it
billion.
there. I can see it here. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. EPS came in at $3.53, beating the
Mm-hmm.
estimate by a long shot,
Yep.
$2.90. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sales came in at 7.87 billion, missing the estimate of 7.93 billion. Right. But the problem was paid memberships, right?
Yep. And the
Because
guidance.
and guidance, correct. So Q2 revenue is expected between $8.053 billion
Mm-hmm.
versus 8.21 billion estimate. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
way below, estimate, and EPS is also below estimate because
Yep.
$3 versus $3.01,
3.53.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
here's the problem, bro. Global streaming paid memberships are expected to grow at 219,000, right?
Yep.
In Q2. Is that correct? Am I reading this correctly?
Actually, the only good thing which was from the report of Netflix
Mm-hmm.
is the streaming services in the Asian side, they
Mm-hmm.
grew. The subscriber count on Asia, they grew because on the last quarter, they said like they're going to lower the prices on the Asian market and increase the prices in the US market.
Okay.
So since they lowered the prices on the Asian market, they grew a lot on the Asian side.
Gotcha.
But that didn't help them losing subscribers. Like they lost like 200,000 subscribers this quarter alone. Now,
200,000 here.
yeah,
And
that was like their first loss in subscribers in quarter from 2011
okay. Yeah, terrible.
since now. Yep,
Terrible.
and now they're projecting to lose another 2 million subscribers by the end of second quarter. So
Okay.
that is not good at all. Like if you see their forecast, it's current environment condition sucks. Everyone knows that. Market knows it. But market wants to know what are you going to do about it? Do about the bad economic conditions and how
Yeah.
you as a company going to proceed with the coming quarters and how you're going to navigate the tough economic conditions, right?
Yeah,
But
now the question is like, is this company going to be able to keep on growing? That's the main issue here, as you said, right?
exactly.
This is a big
Because
issue, or I mean, over here.
exactly. And them giving guidance like this didn't help the stock at all. And as you said before, we are lower than the crash we
Ah,
had on COVID.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, because take a look at this. So global streaming paid net additions are down 200,000, correct?
Yep.
Whereas the markets were waiting for 2 million new subscribers. So
Yep.
a horrible miss, bro, when it comes
Very.
to new subscribers,
Hmm.
correct? And you
Exactly.
were telling me, I don't know if you want to pull up your Netflix chart over here.
Yep. I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah. If you want to pull it up, let me. Okay. There you go.
Yep.
So
So
what are you looking at here? Because
right now,
we are way below COVID,
way
the
below,
COVID-19 lows.
way below that.
Jesus.
Yeah, so right now I'm looking at Netflix to go all the way to $252. I won't be surprised if we go down there after their earnings call.
Okay.
But by tomorrow, we can easily test $234
Jesus.
in case of continuous selling pressure.
Wow.
234 is where I'm looking at for tomorrow. As you can see, right, if I scroll
Would you buy
back,
the dip?
no. I remember like me and the other guys in the chat was
I
having this
shouldn't have asked
argument.
that. You're a technical trader. You're not going to buy
Yeah.
Netflix falling down to $233. I get that. Okay.
You know what I'm happy about though?
What?
Bill Ackman getting a pie on his face. That I'm happy about.
But
That snake.
he has lived this situation before, bro. When he first started out a position on Chipotle, I think that was back in 2015. So he bought Chipotle at around $500. Chipotle went down
Wow.
to 200, and he kept on dying. He kept on buying the dip, and Chipotle ended up being a very successful position
Massive
for
winner,
Ackman,
yeah.
right? So I
But
guess that this is business as usual for him. But yeah, I guess I am interested in in seeing what Bill Ackman is gonna say about this drop of Netflix, obviously, right?
yeah, because if you Chipotle and Netflix are totally completely different business models if you
Agreed on
think
that.
about it,
Yeah,
right?
I agree
Because
on that.
different sectors and Netflix right now, if you see their competitions, yeah, every single big tech wants to get into the streaming business. Disney, Apple, and what else? Who else are streaming? HBO.
Yeah.
Paramount, like almost everyone has their own streaming service and they're pushing out new contents like every single
Amazon,
quarter.
for instance.
Amazon,
also have,
yeah, Amazon,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they are pushing out big, good contents. And if you take a look at Asian markets, right, especially India, India is mostly resorting towards the streaming content just now. They are pushing contents on Netflix, Prime Video, and stuff like that. And in American markets, they're not giving in any new shows, not much shows for Netflix. So as compared to that of the HBO Max, everyone wants to go to HBO Max. Everyone wants to go to other streaming services like Amazon Prime and stuff like that. That explains the slow in growth. And like they literally said in their earnings call that a number of projects which they're getting has been reduced dramatically. So that impacted the price of the stock as well. So we got to wait and see how it goes in the future.
Gotcha. And this $233 support, this is a support back from when, bro? This is 20.
We are looking all the way to 2019 for this support. We are looking at the support from December 2018. That's the lows of December.
Dude, we are talking about the correction of 2018.
Yep.
So that was the previous cycle of interest rate hikes of the Fed.
Exactly,
So
the taper
Netflix-
tantrum. Yep.
Yeah. Wow, this is unbelievable. So Netflix, oh man, I mean, unbelievable.
I mean, we do have some sort of support sitting at
It
247.
It went back in time, man. 2 years or
Yeah,
more
that was
than that.
that
No,
was
3
way
years.
more. Yeah, that's in February
Unbelievable.
2018. Yep.
Wow. Yeah.
This is the
An
carnage,
absolute
bro.
disaster. So you're not buying the dip by
Nope.
any stretch of the imagination. $233. So we might have people watching this video interested in buying this dip. So what would be the advice over here? Like waiting for Netflix. And by the way, this is a stock of a company that has a big, a large institutional participation. And whenever a company has a large institutional participation, for the most part, the big money of Wall Street, they don't dump all of their shares in one go. So the
They won't do
process,
that.
so we could still see Netflix falling for 2 more days, probably.
Possible. Yep.
Yeah.
Possible.
And after that, we might see, the dust settling down a bit, and maybe we can think about starting a position over here, right?
Yeah. So because like we have seen this played out before, right? On the stocks like PayPal and the stocks like Baba. And the problem with buying the dip over here is you're catching a falling knife. So you never know what's going to happen. So if you want to take the risk, if your risk appetite is bigger, and if you're looking at like 5 to 10 years from here, I still don't know why you'll buy the dip, because the way the business is going right now, posting 2 quarters back-to-back losses, declining in growth, declining in sales, didn't help that at all.
Yeah.
Let's see what they have in store, man. Like them releasing new videos in the future, them releasing new movies in the future, getting new contracts in the future might help the stock, but Looking at how things are right now, I wouldn't. I personally won't buy it here. I personally not a buyer here.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and take a look at the earnings report of IBM, man. If you
Yep,
want to minimize your screen, I can pull it up on mine on Thinkorswim.
definitely. Here
There
we
you
go.
go. And let me see. Okay. Let me pull up here IBM quickly. I can still see you there. Okay, awesome. Let me pull up if you want. Okay, IBM International Business Machines. What is IBM doing after hours? Let me see about
Oh,
it.
they're up. They're up.
This
They're
thing's
up.
going up. Okay, a blue chip stock. So okay, I can see you. I can still see you here. Okay, where is the information at Thinkorswim? If you have information handy, man, please let me know.
Yep.
I have
IBM
the
reported.
here it is. Yeah, no, sorry,
Got
I
it?
got it here. So EPS came in at $1.40,
Mm-hmm.
beating the estimate of $1.38.
Mm-hmm.
Sales came in at $14.20 billion, beating the estimate of $13.85 billion.
Yep.
So they beat on both
Yep.
EPS and revenue as well,
Revenue.
or sales. And when it comes to guidance, do you have guidance over here?
No, let me pull it up for you. I only have Netflix pulled up, so for
Yeah. Let
guidance.
me see. Tops estimate powered by software and consulting. Okay, IBM sees full year 2022 constant currency revenue growth at the high end of mid-single digit range. So
Wow.
that's an optimistic
Mm-hmm.
outlook, when it comes to guidance for 2022. IBM demand for hybrid cloud and artificial intelligence drove growth in both software and consulting in Q2.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, the company is, I would say, up guiding over here. It looks like a solid guidance.
Yep. And also, I want to let you know about an interesting statistics though.
Okay.
After the Fed rate hikes began,
Mm-hmm.
one of the sectors which actually outperforms the market, do good in a higher rate hikes environment, is softwares. Like software, IBM comes one of those comes under it. So,
And as of now, software stocks are getting killed.
yep.
Killed. No mercy.
Before rate hikes, it was like no go. But once the rate hikes began in another 12-month time frame, statistically speaking, from 1988,
Mm-hmm.
this IBM and stocks like software and technologies, they actually outperform the market compared to the cyclicals.
So this might
So
be an opportunity over here. In technical
yeah,
terms, what are we talking about? Are you grabbing
uh,
calls? I don't think you're grabbing calls. You're always grabbing puts.
uh,
Maybe not in this
now,
case, right?
now with this case, we might see 131.50 if you open
If you
above
wanna
that.
if you want to pull up
Yeah, I'm
your
sharing the screen
yeah,
right
sure, your screen.
now.
There you
So
go. Okay, all
yeah,
yours.
for IBM, we are currently trading on the after hour session above the resistance level at $130. So if we push higher tomorrow and open above 131.63, any backtest to 131.63, I'll buy the dip over there, because the next stop is we are looking at 132.56 or all the way back about to $134 up north.
Okay, but let me ask you something,
Mm-hmm.
because regardless of the earnings report that a company can post,
Mm-hmm.
the 9 out of 10 we have seen sell the rip. So let's
Yeah.
say that the rip is sold tomorrow in the case of IBM. If we happen to see some sort of retracement tomorrow, right? And mostly, thinking about NDX, S&P, and so forth, taking a
Mm-hmm.
hit
Mm-hmm.
because of the poor earnings report of Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
If we happen to see some sort of retracement over here, where would you be interested in starting a position on IBM?
All right. So I want to explain this with scenarios. All right.
Okay.
So let's say IBM opened above 131.60 tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's say it opened somewhere around 132 or 133 by open. If they pull back by tomorrow morning, I would be expecting it to bounce back again from 131.60. Or
Okay.
let's say we open below 131.60, and then I would be expecting support at $130. So 130.42. Below that, it's like, nah, no go. Like we're coming back to fill the gap, but I don't think that's going to happen. The probability of that happening is very less. I mean, anything can happen, but still the probability of that happening is comparatively less. But for now, what I'm looking at is, 'this opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 131.60, running a test to 134 by tomorrow. 'This opening above 1 If you want to buy the dip, I would say if it opens about like 133 or well, if it opens at 134, I would say like wait for it to settle down a bit. Don't chase it. If I'm taking the trade, I personally want this to retrace and retest 131.63 or open above $134.
So any visit down to 131 would be a buy in your opinion, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it opens
support
above,
happens to be found over there, okay?
Yep, exactly.
Gotcha. And the ultimate gap that IBM needs to fill, that this is going to be a tough one, right? Because I can see that IBM already felt at around $138 on 3 occasions before, right?
138, yeah. Yeah, I see that. Okay. And you can also see 134 acting as support multiple times.
Correct.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and multiple times actually.
Perfect.
So the best scenario for bulls over here, right? Them opening above 135. If they open the day tomorrow above 135, we are going to have a ripperoni to like $138. And then from there, we can see what to do. If they rip higher, we can just trade it all the way back up to like 140 and then 141.78.
So if momentum happens to kick in, that gap up to 138 could be filled. Exactly.
Yeah, if they open above 134, that is.
Correct. Agreed on that. Okay, Plug Power. It went on an absolute tear today. What do you got?
For Plug Power, I think they got a news from Walmart that Walmart is getting into the green energy game.
I heard that there are some Walmart and news related stuff, but I didn't. I didn't have time to read it.
Yep, because
do you know what is it about? What?
Walmart is getting into this energy game, green energy game, and they are planning on giving the contract to Plug Power, and that's the reason why the stock gapped higher today. And at the open, the stock was higher, and we opened exactly at 27.25. So when the pre-market, we just sent out an alert saying that there are 2 entry points for long positions, either 27.25 or 26.19. Right. So we had 2 entry points and we had a stop losses set at $26. If it breaks $26, we will be out for like a $1 loss. And then like the profit is like we're expecting $2 to $3 to the upside. So if you see the charts over here, we can clearly see they opened below this critical resistance at 27.25. And then they dropped all the way down. And then where they found support as is 26.32. They found support over there, and then they bounced, and then they gave a beautiful trade all the way up to like $28-30. And it was a good trade. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna complain.
That's a 2-point. That's a 2-point trade, man.
2-point trade,
one single trading session, man. Beautiful trade. Absolutely.
So even if you miss, this didn't quite actually get to my number. I was expecting it to fall to like it felt like 20 cents short, but I was like, all right, fine. But some people still took the trade. But even if you took the trade over here, like you can see it clearly. If I pull up the 5-minute chart, right, you can see it over here. It struggled at 27.25, broke above it, came back, retested it, held it, and then went all the way to $28.30. It still gave you a 1-point move, even if you got in at 27.25. But if you took the risk at 26.30, it was even better. Like it's a 2-point trade to the upside, and for the stocks like Plug, 2-point trade is a massive one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because because this is a $25 stock. So if you buy shares, you can buy 300, 500 shares. That's a super trade. And
exactly.
Calls are cheap. We're talking about a $25 stock.
Yeah.
So you can buy even 5 or 6 contracts in the money.
Exactly.
And make good money out of it. And something that is worth pointing out about this technical chart, I'm sure you're going to agree with me on this, is the fact that Plug held this area near $27.50 into the closing bell. So there was some sort of conviction, despite the fact that this stock went up today. How much? It went up a lot.
It went up like a 9.78% today.
There you go. But at the end of the day, most of the people that bought the stock is holding the stock. So there is some sort of conviction because we got very good news. They are about to partner it up with none other than Walmart, right?
Yeah.
That's very positive. Perfect.
Also, we got to keep the broader picture in perspective here, right? We're still on a downtrend and we're still below the 200 SMA. And we try to peak about the 100 SMA today. We are about the 100 SMA. We're about the 50 SMA.
What is your 200-day moving average over there? Is
200 SMA is sitting at around $28.36.
So that's the next task for the bulls, right? bursting above the 200-day moving average. Okay, perfect.
Exactly.
Okay. So,
So
what would be your plan tomorrow for Plug Power? Do you think that the bulls can take on that 200-day moving average?
it depends on how the broader market reacts. You can see after us, it's coming down to like retest the 20 SMA in daily.
Okay.
So I would just wait to see where the entire market opens and see the reaction to the earnings report leading to tomorrow's session. If SPY opens or QQQ opens at critical support levels, let's say at around 442, 442.50, let's say, which is equivalent to SPX of, I think,
44.50.
50, yeah, 44.50.
Okay.
Let's say if we open over there and we got a bounce over there, I would at least expect it to tag the 200 SMA, and we'll just have some sort of floater operation going on, gather energy, and then move to the upside.
Would you jump on board if the bulls can take on that 200-day moving average?
If bulls can take on the 200-day SMA at 28.42, then
that's an SMA. It's not a DMA, right?
SMA, yeah, that's an SMA.
Simple moving average. Okay.
Simple moving average.
What chart is this? This is the daily chart. Okay.
Yeah, this is the daily chart. So you can see the 200 SMA at 28.36. If you break above that, we can take a trade to 29.63. That's the next stop I'll be watching on. But personally, I already got out of the trade. I already asked the members to get out of the trade. It's supposed to be a day trade. So we got in and we got out. So if it happens to break about $28, sign me up. I'm all in again.
Awesome, man. Good. So you day traded Plug Power today, right?
Yeah, we did.
Awesome, man. Good work. Awesome. Okay, Snapchat. Dude, I mean, this is a big question mark. So Netflix was a total disaster. Can you please pull up the chart of Snapchat? Snap reports on Thursday, so it's gonna be this stock is gonna be a mover tomorrow for sure, right? Because the markets are waiting for the report of Snap. So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Okay, so Snapchat mainly comes under the advertising side of business, right?
It is a subscription-based business, right? So maybe we can make a comparison between Snapchat and Netflix, maybe?
No, Netflix is a streaming service. So if you want to make a comparison, we can make a comparison to Disney, Roku, stocks like that. But if we want to take a look at the Snapchat, we're going to compare it with Facebook, Google, big dogs like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about subscription-based business, but they are different business models. I give you that, yeah.
Yeah, both are different business models. Snapchat usually, the one thing which Netflix and Snapchat has in common is the number of subscribers who joins, right? So we got to keep an eye on that too. But since it's but the most important thing to watch on Snapchat earning is their ad revenues, because last earning season, when FB was bitching about their ad revenues going lower, they legit said, "What ad revenue going lower? We don't have any problems with it." And that's the reason why we gapped up huge last earnings.
Yeah.
If you take a look at last earnings, right, we went all the way from $24 all the way to like $40.
That was unbelievable that I remember.
Yeah,
that's a vivid memory because I'm holding the bag. So that's a vivid memory.
Yeah, it was crazy day. Depends on the ad revenue side of things, what they're doing over there and how they are tackling the issues with the ad side of things. I think on the last video we spoke about Google getting impacted with the not getting too much ads with the YouTube side of things.
Correct. Yeah, I think that might be a handicap for the next earnings report of Google. So let's see what happens in the case of Snapchat. However, tomorrow is going to be the day before earnings. So if you wanted to take a trade on Snapchat, what would be the plan according to the technical chart that we have over here?
Right now, it's currently looking at like a no man's land kind of area. So I want the Snapchat to either go above $34.16. If it goes above that, we can see it run a test to like $35. Okay. But that's the type of trade which I don't like, because there's no risk to reward over there. We are like trading in for like few cents to risk. Like the risk to reward is just not there for me to take the trade. But if Snapchat goes all the way down to like $32,
32. That's a previous support. Okay.
From where exactly? The previous support.
Now you have a line over there. It gotta be a previous support, right?
Yeah. So this actually gapped higher, man. This was the support from. Yeah, this was a resistance from Jan 25th, like because we tried to bounce and that's where we got rejected at. So $32 is a resistance from Jan 25. Okay. But if that doesn't hold, we're going to have a small support at $31.65 on the trend line, which we had from the all the way down. over
Okay.
here. So yeah, below $31, it's gonna go all the way to $28 back again, back to business.
That might be a triple bottom, right? Near 28 bucks.
I mean,
I know
it
you don't
depends
like
on how
triple
it.
bottoms and double bottoms, but I mean,
Yeah, I
that's a
mean,
that's a
technically,
technical pattern.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
I just call it
Technically,
out.
yeah. Yeah, technically, yeah, you're right. But technically, it will be a triple bottom. But in a chart looking like this, I would say that the advantage is to the bears. If they try to push it lower than 28, we can take a trade over there though. $28, we can still take a trade over there for a bounce for scalping or day trading.
Mhm.
But below $28, we're looking at 26.41,
So 33
24.
I mean, according to your opinion, 33 bucks is a line in the sand, right?
I would say 31.65 is the line in the sand.
Okay. Okay.
The
Okay. So
lows of last Thursday, that will 18th of April. That will be a line in the sand for Snapchat. Yep.
okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's wrap it up with Nvidia. What are your thoughts?
Nvidia. I heard you made money over there today.
Yeah, I closed a call option. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Hell yeah,
absolutely.
bro.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it looks good. I mean, if
SMH
you
SMH
if
is
you
back from the dead, man.
oh yeah, finally, man.
Yeah.
It was
Don't tell
brutal,
me.
bro.
Don't tell me. So.
It was actually brutal, bro. Like if you notice, like look at
Mhm.
this. It's terrible, man. Like
Yeah.
at least I'm just happy that they're gaining some strength again. And they did come back. Hey
We
yo,
were
they did
joking
come
this
back to
morning,
run a test.
remember? We were
Yeah,
joking
they
this morning
did.
because you
Yeah.
know that I got calls with the strike price of 217 bucks. And you were hoping for Nvidia to drop down to 212.
Yeah,
And
they did though.
I send you a message like, fuck your 212, man. Let Nvidia
Yeah.
go up.
But they did though. They did though. I was right.
Yeah. It didn't
You
visit
can see.
lucky enough, 212 bucks.
Yeah, if you see, the lows of the first candle was 213.14.
Yeah.
They did come back to run a test to $213,
Yeah.
and then they ripped higher, man. It was a
And
pretty good day for Nvidia.
it fell at $223, right?
Yep,
Today?
they've
Yeah. Okay.
exactly at 223, and if they would go above 218 again, we're looking for Nvidia to run a test to like $225,
Okay.
or above at 228. Or
Okay.
to fill that goddamn gap, man. Like how long it's gonna take for the stock to fill that gap, I don't understand. We
230.
need to,
Yeah,
we need to fill that gap at $230.
You need to pull out the daily.
Yeah, daily. Yeah, here it is. This
There you
gap
go.
is what I'm talking about.
All right.
230.67. That gap, if you're bullish tomorrow, we can fill that gap. But after our session is not helping at all. But if you notice something with Nvidia, right? For
Okay.
the past 1,
But-
2, 3, 4, 5,
But
6
the
days.
question, the question,
go ahead.
Mario,
Go
if
ahead.
you were going to take a trade on Nvidia tomorrow, what would be your plan?
I
Talk me
wanted to
about
open-
prices. Talk me about money, baby. Give me the price. Give me the price to make money.
I-
Come on.
Okay,
What will be
you
the
might
plan?
not like what I'm gonna say right now.
No, I already sold out of my calls. I'm good,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's good then.
Yeah, I
Alright,
already sold out of
for-
it, so that,
Yeah,
I'm
for
fine.
tomorrow we
Okay.
might we should see an open about 219.66.
Okay.
If you're not opening about 219.66, we're gonna run a test back again to like 213, 212.
Okay.
And if that holds, yeah, we can see the same price action as today, between
212.
212 to like $223 again. But tomorrow we need to hold on to $219. But that depends on how NASDAQ reacts to this
Correct,
Netflix earnings
correct.
report and
To
how
this
we open.
Netflix debacle.
Yep.
We should say. So 212 is a buy, right? In your opinion? There
For
you go.
now, 212 is a buy for now. You can set, I mean, you can always take the risk, right? You can take the risk at 212 by setting the stop losses at 210. If it breaks below 210 or if it takes down 210, you can always cut the losses for $2. Your downside risk it for $2, but if it bounces
Yeah, but
from
we have
212,
a nice
10 to 12 points upside. So that's a good risk
upwards
to
reward.
reward. Yeah.
That's fine. Perfect. Okay. Okay. One bonus over here. Twitter. I got lucky today, man. Made good money.
You should talk
with
to
a
me
put
about
option.
Twitter.
You
Take the
told
floor,
me.
man.
I don't like your trade. I was like, come on, man. This is a shitty stock.
Hey, but you made money though. That's what matters.
Yeah, it dropped. It dropped like a rock, bro, at around 2 p.m. And DWAC went on an absolute tear. And at the end of the day, didn't know what happened, man. So something happened between DWAC, I guess Donald Trump, and Twitter, and
Holy
I ended up making almost $200 out of this trade.
Yeah, look at this candle, man. Like if you sold it exactly here, that was like a crazy trade. Like not gonna lie. Look at this candle, like 2 o'clock exactly.
Yeah, that was the time that it dropped like crazy, approximately. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
don't know what's the news. Like you gotta share your news. I'm giving you the floor right now.
Yeah. So what would you do tomorrow? calls or the sound, the phone. That's it.
Yeah, bro. Just
whoever called, drop the
sorry,
call.
I'm so sorry.
It is still ringing. There you go. Good.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, man.
No,
Yeah,
that's
we're
fine.
good.
That's fine. This is live TV. Okay. What would be your plan tomorrow on Twitter? Puts or calls?
For Twitter,
Yeah.
again, I mean, my answer is going to be the same for everything, whatever you ask right now. Right?
Like it depends on what happens
NASDAQ opens up.
with NDX and S&P 500.
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
for Twitter, right? Like if you want to take a trade, you can wait for it to like run a test to like $44.
Can you please pull up the chart? We're not seeing it. Yeah, no worries.
I'm sharing the screen right now.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. So for Twitter, right, I have this red box drawn out. And this red box was supposed to be the gap which it opened after the earnings. Or what happened over here? The gap which we have. We had a massive gap over here on April 4th. I forgot the news, but we gapped up crazy. I think it's because of the earnings, right?
I don't remember. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it went up a lot, right?
Yeah, I think is it because of the? I think it's because of the Elon Musk takeover. I guess.
Okay, so that's the news. Yeah, that's the only reason why.
I think it's because of the Elon Musk takeover.
Twitter has gone up recently. Okay, so my idea today, and that's the analogy, the logic that I applied in order to start my trade was Twitter failed at around $48, and it was like okay. Now I'm feeling comfortable because I know that $48 is an important spot for Twitter. And that's the reason why I got puts. So I don't know what prices is Twitter trading at after hours?
$46.08.
There you go. So in my opinion, if you ask me any test up to $48, and if Twitter happens to fail, I am going to be grabbing calls. Calls. Puts rather. Can you see how $48, 50 cents ish is an important spot over there, right? It has failed on 3 occasions recently, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But I was texting one of those members last time, like because you can see how important 44.73 is. Like if you take a look at it, right? We had a bounce over here, which was at Jan 2021, and if you go back. Yeah, if you go back again, we found resistance over there exactly at September 2019. If you go back again, we found resistance over there on July 24, 2018. This is pretty important levels to watch because that's the reason why we bounced off exactly at the same levels at $44.50 to $44.70. If by tomorrow, by any chance, we get to run a test to that same number, you can take your chances over there with the stop losses at close below, like what exactly this $43. You can risk $1 to make like $3 to $4 to the upside from 44.
Would you try a bounce back up play over here at around 44, 44.50?
It depends because right now, if you see the chart, right, we are like consolidating in a bearish, flaggish pattern. I wouldn't personally take that trade if it was me. The more it consolidates above the 20 simple moving average, the more it's going to fall lower because right now I'm just on the sidelines on the Twitter. If we take out 44.70 though, I am expecting it to fall all the way back down to 41.90. That's the next level I'm watching for. If we break this level of this bear flag, which is forming over here, if we take out 44.70, and I am expecting Twitter to fall all the way down to like $41.90 or to fill this gap over here at $39.80.
So you would get puts if this support is violated, right? $44.50. Okay.
Yep.
And you wouldn't get puts if Twitter fails at 48.50. The upper line of the bearish flag. No.
Yeah, I will. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you want to short it, right, there are different ways to short the markets. Like, I'm just saying if 44.70 violates to the downside, because it looks like that's the next stop for Twitter to go on. If we have a bounce tomorrow, I would be expecting a resistance at 47.21.
Okay.
So if you want to take shorts here, you have 3 entries personally. The first entry is at 48.49, as you said, the one which you said 48.50. The second entry is at 47.23. The third entry is at 44.65. If you're taking puts, you got to set your stop losses at the decliningly sloping 200 SMA, which is at $51.09.
Okay.
So technically, you're risking like 3 to 4 points in order to play that gap fill all the way to like $39. So this is a long-term play.
And obviously, this is a very risky trade. Because
Very.
if Elon happens to tweet something that he just reached an agreement with the board of directors of Twitter,
We're gonna
this is
fly.
gonna this is gonna be a massive, massive
Yep.
loss. So this is a
Mhm.
very, very risky trade, no
Yep.
doubt about it, right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I wouldn't take it if it was me, but if someone has to take it, this can be the good entry points to enter and exit. And also, if you notice something, Twitter
Okay.
and Tesla were the most traded stocks in the Fidelity yesterday and the day before.
Yeah. I also know that the implied volatility of Twitter has gone up a lot. So
Exactly.
that's a signal of that is a sign that a stock or an index is
Mhm.
about to top. So
Yeah,
that is also
or
a fact
yeah,
that was playing in my favor. Mhm.
yeah, or market is pricing in for a big moves for any good news in the potential future or bad news in the potential
I
future.
already said it is a risky trade. I was
Yep.
aware. I was aware of the of the possible consequences. So,
Mhm.
okay, guys, I am going to wrap it up here. Very nice chat
Yep.
with Mario. I am going to be filming once again with him on Thursday. Mario,
Yep.
please quickly the different
Mhm.
tiers of your patron.
Yep.
Let the guys know.
All right. So, bro, can you edit this part like
Yeah,
once I show the screen out?
yeah, yeah,
Just a
yeah.
minute.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm just pulling it out right now. Just a
Okay.
minute. Yeah. All
So
right.
tell the
I
guys
see.
about the different tiers of your patron, and please remember. I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
So, do you want to post videos on YouTube on a daily basis, or what's the plan
Yeah,
with your
bro.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, bro. I'm actually posting it on a daily basis. Like
Awesome,
after this, I will go record the video on Plug Power and S&P 500 again, and then I'll
awesome,
post it.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and the
All right.
different tiers of your patron for the guys before we wrap it
All
up.
right, bro. All right. So as you guys know, I have my own Patreon channel running, and I have my own YouTube channel running, which I just started recently. So we do offer three types of tiers in our Patreon. The tier one mostly comprises of technical analysis of SPY and QQQ, and also you'll also get the plays which I discussed before, like Plug Power, and we call out Plug Power today, and we call out Square and CrowdStrike yesterday. And you do get individual plays as well if you can subscribe to Tier 1, which includes the SPY and QQQ technical analysis as well. And if you take a look at Tier 2, you will get all the same of whatever you got on Tier 1. Plus, if you're a futures trader, especially if you're trading E-mini S&P 500 or NQ, I would suggest you to pick on to Tier 2 because you will also have a brief technical analysis on E-mini S&P 500 futures, S&P 5, SPY, QQQ, NQ, and also you'll also have access to our members on the Discord who always post about the technical analysis, case studies, reasoning on the plays which they're taking on a day-to-day basis. So if you're subscribed to Tier 2, you'll get all those. If you're subscribing to Tier 3, which I strongly recommend, you will get access to all the stuff which I said before, including the live meetings with me. Like I do go live on my Discord, like on the time frames which is given over here. Every day I go live 2 hours during the trading session. So if you have any questions, you can connect with me directly and you can talk to me directly about it. And also, all Tier Access members get the access to the weekly bulletins as well. They can access the as every week's over. I do create a bulletin on describing on what happened last week and what I'm expecting to the week after that. So you do get access to that as well. So I strongly recommend you guys to go check it out. And I also recommend you guys to go check out my YouTube channel. And I want to
I am
thank
dropping the
Alba.
links down below. Absolutely.
Yep,
And we are going to be getting together on Thursday once again
exactly,
to
bro.
talk about stocks and bonds and the markets and put options, call options. So thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you for
Thank you
having me, man.
guys for your attention and see you guys tomorrow, 3 or 4 hours after the trading session closes. Bye.